It was Mark Poulton that packaged it. Mark is fired. Tell Mark I'm mad.
Yeah, this is primetime Poulton. Keep it entertaining. You already know it. Outworking everybody and he don't ever quit. Talking about plenty comics like Graveyard Shift, Sea Dogs, Viking Whoop, U.S. Assassin. Doing just what he loves. This is his passion. Bring more value to your dollar. No, I'm not fronting. That's how just a writer became a moral compass. This is primetime Poulton. This is primetime Poulton. Let's go.
Behold the King, the King of Kings. On your knees, dog. All hail. Bow down to the King. Bow down to the King. In red as he walked from the place where the traitor lost both his name and his face. Through the halls of none living, unable to tell. The King took their heads and he sent them to hell. Their screams echo loud in the place of their death. Ripped open they die with their final breath. They hail the King of Kings. Bow down to the King. Bow down to the King. Bow down to the King. Into the dirt. His will be done. Now feel your fear. There can be only one. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down to the. Bow down. Bow down to the King. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. The King is here. Now feel your fear. The King of Kings. All hail the King. On your knees to the King. The King of Kings. There is only one.
What's up, everyone? Happy Monday. It's the Moral Compass, the Fulfillment King, a very tired Fulfillment King. And this is the Haunted Pizza Horror Movie Club, episode 82. Today we are talking about Cabin in the Woods that may have or may not have been on Tubi. Joining me, my co-host, Dexter Weeks. What's up, Dex?
What's up? What's up? Why are you all tired, Mark, from the big game yesterday?
Partially,
Yeah.
but we have a house full of sick chases.
Oh,
two sick chases, and I'm afraid I'm starting to get sick.
oh, that stinks, man.
Yeah, but did you watch the big game?
Not all of it. I think I started to watch like a little bit of the first quarter. I just wanted to see some of the commercials for movies, like movie trailers, but I was disappointed, to be honest.
Yeah,
and then I just went to bed. I didn't finish watching it.
I watched it. Missy's big fan.
Okay.
Saquon Barkley is her guy. So
hey, it was great for Philadelphia fans, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Everyone at our house was very happy.
Good.
Also joining us, we got Mark Yoon. What's up, Mark?
Nothing.
Wow. Okay. Let's just move right along.
I just ate some pizza, like ironically, and when I tried to talk, I did not know that was going to be a frog in my throat, like immediately. So that's kind of cool.
You're like Froggy Fresh, man.
Speaking of Froggy Fresh, I turned Sean Aaron, our good friend, into a Froggy Fresh fan this weekend.
Oh, nice.
We had to run some errands, and I put on the best of Froggy Fresh. You can add my playlist on Spotify. But Sean was like, "You listen to this crap when you're just driving around?" And I was like, "Hold up, give it a chance."
Uh-huh.
And Sean was like, "That guy has some skills." I was like, "I told you. I told you."
Mark secretly like quaaluded him into thinking this.
You don't have to roofie Sean Aaron. And I this is a special treat. I didn't think we were going to be blessed with the presence of this man, but the fourth man in the booth, we got Barry Bottison in the house. Hello, Barry.
Hello. Hi. I'm happy to be here. And I got word from the director that we are going to have a good show. Everything's going to go well.
Push those buttons and pull those levers, man.
We taking any bets before we start this show?
Always. I don't know if I'm going to participate in that, but yeah, why not?
I just want to know one thing, Barry. On that board, you know, he had the board with all the people to pick. Who's Kevin? We were trying to figure out who Kevin was. I don't know if you guys caught that or not. I know I'm going.
It's Kevin Williamson.
Oh, is that who was supposed to be? He was on the
believe
board.
so.
It just said Kevin on the board.
Kevin Williamson.
That's a Kevin Williamson film, right?
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I was thinking it was Kevin from Home Alone. Like maybe he was a monster.
Kevin McAllister.
Yeah, and maybe he was like a monster.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Anyway, I'm sorry, I went off beat.
No, that's a good insight.
Yeah, that's definitely a good eye.
So we're talking Cabin in the Woods today, but first we're gonna talk a little comics and check in with the chat. Of course, everything's back to normal. First in the chat, we got our guy Ice Pick Mark Pengrin
in the house.
Yeah. No, he had a pizza slice up first. And then we got Mark Yoon pulling double duty. Haunted Pizza does it like no other. That's right around here.
True.
Penguin says, let's go.
Haunted Pizza killing it.
Yeah. And Penguin says, when 5 college friends arrive at a remote forest cabin for a little vacation, little do they expect the horrors that await them. One by one, the youths fall victim to backwoods zombies.
The youths.
Yeah. We got Dexter Weeks in the chat as well. Got Duck Bacon in the house. He says, hail Mark, hail Enrico, hail Dexter, hail chat.
Yeah.
Hail. Hail.
Mike McMahon says duck bacon is the best bacon.
Bon appetit.
Oh, we got Penguin, doing his duties.
Due diligence.
Sharing the links. Graveyard Shift Volume 5 Second Chance campaign. Let's check in Graveyard Shift 5. I haven't been paying much attention to my own book. Let's see where we're at with Graveyard Shift Volume 5 Second Chance. Get those variant covers. No, you can't use my.
Where they locked you out?
No, what can we use this data for? Only essentials here. Come on. Graveyard Shift. 7 days left. 1 week left to get your variant covers. We're at $12,000. Beautiful Tommy Patterson artwork highlights this volume. It just went off to the printer. I did a final round of proofreading this past weekend. So book is absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful colors by Anthony George. Really compliments Tommy Patterson's artwork. But that's not all. We also have a collected edition of the first 3 supplemental books. Over, I would say probably 150, at least 150 pages of material. And then we got the Graveyard Shift source book. Take a deep dive at all the characters in the Graveyard Shift universe. Well, first 20 anyway, in this 40-page book. I love source books.
Yeah.
I was a big Image Comics fan and X-Men fan, and they always had source books. Same with G.I. Joe. Give you a little, information, like the back of the trading cards or file cards would give you. So I highly recommend getting the source book. Has a great Aaron Alfeche cover. Inside is beautiful Oliver Isabedra artwork. Oliver has a new book coming out, I believe, with Phil Diaz. That book looks amazing. So check that out as well. Penguin, I don't think there's a sign up for it yet. If there is, feel free to share the link for it. But 1 week left to get Graveyard Shift Volume 5. I believe this week I have the collected editions arriving at the house. So fulfillment begins soon. We'll have John Malin coming in for a day to sign some copies.
Nice. Coming to your house? Or?
Yep. He's coming here. He's driving down.
Very cool.
By the main control room.
Yeah.
Make sure you place your bets.
Mm-hmm. We got Menstrual Krampus in the house. What a great name.
That's a really
It's my brother.
I love it.
He has a hell of a name. I love it. It says hello.
He's a big personality.
Also, Penguin wants us to know Ride and Pain Volume 2 in demand over on Indiegogo. I'm working on a brand new trailer for Ride and Pain, a bit of an animated trailer. Chris Graves, his daughter's going to record some narration for it. So I can't wait to put that together.
Nice.
Should be awesome. We got Nicholas Gear, the troublemaker Nicholas Gear in the house. What's up, Nicholas?
He out there scouting?
Yeah, scouting, spreading rumors and lies about haunted pizza. Don't believe him, guys.
Scalping.
Don't believe him. We got Mike McMahon in the house. He's here. What's up, Mike? Mike told me he's going to try to finish up U.S. Assassin Volume 4 this weekend. That would be amazing.
He's drawing U.S. Assassin.
Yeah.
Volume 4.
And is he working on that cover too? I saw his cover he posted.
Oh, yeah. He's working on a Gun Goth cover as well.
Yeah, it's a busy man.
Mike and I were going to take a little break from U.S. Assassin once he wraps that up. And he and we have a new project cooking.
Oh.
Looking forward to that. What's going on? Nicholas Gear saying hello to everyone.
How many years have you guys been doing U.S. Assassin back to back?
2016 or 17. So quite a while.
Yeah, that's a long time. Yeah.
Mark Penguin, Beast of Blood Island, about to fulfill. Dexter Weeks has all the supplies needed.
Yeah, it's coming.
Oh, yeah.
Missy Duran, she's a fan too. She says menstrual Krampus. Why didn't I think of that?
Good one. A good one.
And of course, don't forget about Sean. Go back, type 1. Hard at work. He watched the big game with us last night, but he had his iPad drawing. My dog Leon by his side. I felt a little betrayed.
Funny thing about that name is I went to go search for my brother's YouTube channel, and he was like, "Yeah, just search for the name." And then like I started laughing because I just got this drag queen, and that's like his name too, or her name, whatever, the name as well. And then he was like, "Oh, I forgot about that. My bad. Here, search for this instead." So it was like a whole thing. I was watching the videos too. Is this Carl's channel? And then, I just doxed my own brother. But anyway, is this his channel? And it wasn't. So that was funny.
He had a secret to tell you. He forgot to tell you. Yeah. Mike McMahon says menstrual Krampus. We have a new villain. Yeah, that's a great name.
Yeah.
Oh, also, guys, Reaper Destroyer closeout this Saturday. The book is Fulfilling by Joe Sontag, edited by yours truly. Fantastic book. This is your last chance to get a copy. I warn you, get a copy. The book is amazing. I'm not shilling. I'm just like, as an editor, I was reading this thinking people are gonna love this book. And so far, I think I was right. Some of the early reviews coming in, people really dig it. Penguin says Mark Yoon was drawing a page instead of watching the big game. He sent me a page of artwork. So, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, when I was watching football, I was a Cowboys fan anyway. So I don't really care about the birds that much. My whole family are bird crazy. So
I feel you.
Everyone hates me now in the chat, I guarantee you, especially because of the area we're from. But
Duck Bacon says, where is Sean Aaron? Sean's taking a little sabbatical from streaming, but he will be back this Saturday for the Reaper Destroyer closeout.
Nice.
He's having facial reconstructive surgery to look even younger.
When he comes back, he's going to look like Stewie Griffin.
Mark says Eunice sponsored content creator. That's right.
Yeah, man. Do they send you stuff too, or what, man? Do you get to like sample anything?
They asked me if I wanted to. They said the way that it worked is I would pay for it and they'd reimburse me, like when I get my check for the sponsor ship stuff or the deposit. But I was like, I don't have enough room in my fridge as it is. Like I already eat pretty healthy, so I like prep cook throughout. Like on the weekends, I prep cook for the week. So like it's just like nothing but like glass Tupperwares of ingredients that are labeled and dated in my fridge. So I'm pretty neurotic when it comes to that stuff.
I had a Wendy's Junior cheeseburger today.
With a side, you have chili on the side.
Look, when you're producing like high stakes, video format and sacrificing virgins, you do not have time to cook. So Wendy's.
My headcanon is that he's this is his actual job during Step Brothers, and it's not like he's not a doctor. This is like where he's actually going to work.
This is a house of learned doctors.
Oh my gosh, we were trying. Missy said, "Where have I seen that guy before?" I was like,
he's been in tons of stuff.
Yeah, I know,
but like the 80s and the 70s. Yeah,
Step Brothers is a
big one.
Yeah. It's mentioned at our house very much, just the way Missy and my son get along.
After Step Brothers, I do notice him a lot more in things because you kind of just like don't notice him that much. It's the same thing with like Red from like that 70s show. Like you go back and you're like, oh crap, he's in RoboCop and stuff. You know what I mean? Like you don't like really see any of that stuff until after.
True that.
You murdered my boat, you goon.
Boats and hoes, baby.
Barry Bodison, very popular in the chat. Mike McMahon says, "Oh shit, my TPS reports." Duck Bacon says, "Barry," giving him a standing ovation. Mark says, "I went to see Hard Eyes instead of the big game."
Oh, nice. Cool.
I'm going to see Hard Eyes tomorrow. I'm excited.
Didn't Dex already saw it, right?
Yeah, I thought it was great. I loved it.
I'm gonna go see it.
I did see Companion though. Companion's good film as well.
What happened?
The thing with Hard Eyes, it's almost a great date movie. It's like the perfect combination Like
I heard it's like half romantic comedy, like half
really
like
is.
slasher.
It's basically like I think I posted it. It's like a Hallmark, like a film.
Yeah, I just stole your idea. I totally read your tweet and like I just said it. So okay.
But I think all girls will like it too. It's not just slasher. It's good. It's real good.
We got Agent Cub in the house. He says, "Hey," he says, "Who's the nerd?" Hey, now there. That's not nice. That's Barry, beloved member of the panel. But Barry,
I am the lead control room technician at Cabin in the Woods Productions.
And controller of the boards. Yeah.
Just saying, I work closely with the director.
by the way, guys, we have 65 people watching on X and YouTube right now. If you're new to the channel, give us a sub, give us hit the notifications, give us a thumbs up. And we're here, usually here on Sundays. Here we're on Monday. We talk horror movies that you can watch for free on Tubi. Although debatable, was the movie on Tubi? Was I mistaken, or was it pulled?
Yeah.
I think it was like pulled by the time we all got around to watch it.
Yeah.
It was on Prime too, so
yeah, that's the thing with those streaming services. They don't keep everything,
which is why I have such a huge movie collection. Because A, when the internet goes out, and B, which happens a lot in Florida because of the storms. And then
Amanda B was giving us giving me some crap on Twitter because the movie was no longer available. I gave her an alternative. I said go to Freevee and you can watch it. So
yep, Freevee was good. And also I have to say, I think Barry Botta is important part of the control room. But I'll also say this: not every character can be a home run.
I love Barry Botta.
What actually happened is like the Mormons came at Mark's door and he just let one in to be on stream with us today.
Yeah.
Penguin says the main actress played Dagger in the Cloak and Dagger Marvel series.
She was great right off the bat.
Yeah. Most of this cast is bang on.
Oh, snap. He said, Agent Cub says, "Oh wait, I was confused. It's Mark." Which I'm TMC.
Which
so,
nerd?
He was talking. He was talking Yoon.
Yeah.
He has to. Can't say that about the monster.
Oh God.
I've refrained from. I'm no longer cursing on YouTube. I'm trying really hard.
Yeah, you don't
unless I'm streaming.
Right.
Yeah.
So before we get into the Cabin in the Woods talk, who wants to see some new covers? We love to show artwork around here. We got 2 new Gun Goth covers. We showed the pencils of Dex's cover, but we're going to share the colors. But first, here's the colors to Courtney Rose's cover, done by Spawn's own Dan Kemp. Let me pull it up. Dan Kemp knocked it out of the park with this. Here we go.
There it is.
Looks great.
Rock on, man.
And StreamYard doesn't really do these covers justice with the bit rate. Like they always look way better in actuality than on the streams. I just don't want people to get confused.
Duck Bacon says pull them out.
Oh,
Penguin says fire. Duck Bacon says fire. Don't you dare! You'll get us pulled. But man, Dan Kemp, colorist of Writhe in Pain 2. I asked him if he wanted to color some covers, and he said send them over. So here we go, man. Courtney's artwork, man, especially her ladies. She has a big Michael Turner influence, and I love it because Turner probably my top 5 of favorite artists. Especially the eyes. I see it definitely around the eyes.
Yeah, before I went like solely into before I had my own style, really, I did huge Michael Turner eyes on like all my stuff. I differentiate it now, but I like the way that he does eyes. And
Dan Kemp, I love the way he handled this like fishnet mesh. Looks great. I love the colors on our werewolf too. Beautiful. He's a cartoony wolf on this cover. I love it though.
Was the mesh drawn into the ink black and white? I forget.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing how he knocked it all out and then
Yeah.
did
Incredible.
did a color hold on the entire mesh.
Oh, here's the thing I didn't notice. The belt buckle is a little casket. I love that.
Cool.
Yeah.
And that's the thing
fantastic.
with these covers, like we were talking, Mark. Like it's interpretations of all the characters. It's great.
Yeah, that's what I love seeing. Like no like everyone putting their spin on the character.
Yeah,
It looks great. Duck Bacon says Dan Kemp's colors are killer.
Hell yeah.
You know what that
is?
You know what
He's
that?
wor-
Oh,
Go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
You go, Mark.
I was saying he's working on Isaac Bell's cover now, so we'll have a new one to show off probably next week.
Cool.
You were saying, Barry? Sorry to step all over you.
Oh no, you know what the belt buckle reminds me of there in that piece? Reminds me of Mr. Bones, the candy you used to get at Halloween.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe she keeps some in there.
I love it. That would be cool if that's what was in there,
Yeah.
Like maybe it's maybe a little bit of like a Paul Blart thing, like when the blood sugar gets low, you need to have some candy. So she has like the
or cat treats.
Yeah.
Or cat.
Yeah.
They're those temptations, the cat treats.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, I loved those little Mr. Bones candies. Yeah. All right, and now here is Dexter Weeks finished cover. This came out amazing as well.
Yeah, this was too good. A little bit too good, Dex.
As Barry said, Dex is our secret weapon.
But man,
look at this thing.
It's all about the logo, man. The logo,
Oh,
let me.
This thing looks like a cell right out of an anime or something.
Yeah, let me bring it back up. It's not letting me enlarge it, so just give me 1 second.
Yeah, that's what I was saying last time, Enrico. Is I love Dex's it's not like anime, but it's like the 90s anime movies when they used to go hyper realistic, Final Fantasy and stuff. It looks just like that.
It's like Waking Life with an edge. Yeah.
Yeah. All Dex's stuff is like that. I love Dex's art. That's why I got Dex's art right there. It's the only thing hanging on my wall besides is Dex's art.
Appreciate that.
See, can we? No, it doesn't want to enlarge. What's going on here?
You might need. You just might need a few minutes, Mark.
Yeah, you might need a Blue Chew pill.
Yeah, let's give this one more try.
Sometimes
let me pop a pill real quick.
Like a large file.
Man, I don't.
Large or something.
That's okay.
I don't know. It won't let me.
I get the gist of it.
We could show it. We could show it on another show, but it's like a teaser for now. But let me tell you something, everybody. This is the cover to get. This is amazing.
Duck Bacon says freaking beautiful.
Oh,
it.
I feel like we have to. Let me. I'm
a little screens, like the background. Was that completely just hand painted from scratch in Photoshop?
No, I did use reference, but I did paint it all up and stuff. So
good.
Just looked up old churches, stuff like that. And just put
Is that something you used from Beast of Blood, or was it a new one for the cover? Because it's got very like Tomb Raider-y Beast of Blood Island vibes.
No.
Here we go.
There it is.
Fine. Yeah. All right. There we go. Look at this.
Yeah.
And then you got a little bit of blur, in the foreground there.
Yeah, that's what I tried to do.
Out of focus.
Exactly.
Yeah, I loved that. Yeah.
But I'm telling you,
every instance of this book, this art is great.
But when I was doing it, I was like, yeah, this is coming out really cool. And I put that logo on it, man. It just really popped. So kudos to the logo, man.
Great job, Enrico, with the logo. The whole cover treatment. I love you. Yeah. I mean, our names with the pentagrams in between. And then you redid the Haunted Pizza logo, and it just fits this book so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Book's going to rock.
It would look great on a t-shirt too.
Yeah.
I think so. I would rock that on a t-shirt.
Me too. Put it on as a whatchamacallit, Mark, and
an add-on.
Yeah.
An incentive.
Look at those little studs on the belt.
Yeah.
I had to go in there Like, you know,
my belt is actually the belt's actually my favorite part of the cover. Like it always, your eyes just go to it.
yeah.
Now I know you had your daughter pose for this, so we shouldn't be like staring at her crotch too long. But I do like, but I do love the detail on that belt.
Oh yeah.
That belt's got more studs than this show.
You know, it's funny because when I was in art school, they always used to tell me, Dex, you gotta, you know, because I'm so into like the, you know, little intricate
The
things.
details.
Yeah. But you know what? That's just who I am. I'm not gonna. They always told me to loosen up in art school. I don't know if I've ever told this story. And then one day I was taking a painting class, and like, oh no, Dex, you gotta loosen up. You gotta loosen up. And I literally just took the whole palette of because I used to paint in acrylics before I went digital. And I just took the whole palette and just smeared it on the canvas. And the teacher came by and said, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know what it is, but every art teacher I've ever had, even in like advanced art 3 and stuff, they were not artists. They're just like, and they're always just like, here, do pointillism or do this hoity-toity jar of flowers and realism. I'm like, I don't want to draw this shit.
That's not who I am.
Stuff. Sorry. Yeah.
That's where you learn your foundation, and
absolutely.
That's where
you shouldn't be learning foundations in advanced art 3. Like that should be literally like what you do in like middle school. You know what I mean?
I had a drawing professor that was so tough on everybody, and then we went to one of their shows. Like, you know, they had like a show, and they were the worst.
Yeah, always.
Their drawings were terrible.
Right.
I'm like, I mean,
they're
from
the
the
ones
way
that like
they conducted the class and just berated all of us, you would think that they would have been an amazing drafts person. No.
That's the stuff that I hate, because like it's like that's what waters down and ruins art for me. It's like you have people like Dex, right? They like put so much painstaking hours of detail and work into like a single piece, and then you got these bastards that like put like a banana peel on like a canvas, and everyone like oohs and ahs around it for hours about what the artist is trying to say. It's garbage. It's just they're trying to make a quick buck off of our work.
Well, I mean, there's abstract work that's good, but like, you know,
no.
One thing is, this didn't take Dex that long. I think he did this like an hour and a half.
Well, it does come. I mean, let's face it. Like it comes. You know, we used to have a lot of intern artists, and they would say, you know, like, how do you get to this point and stuff? And it really is practice. You know, like you get, as you keep practicing, you get better and you get faster. You know what I mean? Because
the best part.
How long did it take you to do? And it might take somebody like months to do. And it, you know, when you got deadlines and everything, you got to learn how to, you know.
Work within them.
Ramp it up a little bit. So.
Doug Bacon says, actually, I mean, freaking hot.
Well, it's great. It is fantastic.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So
we got Corey Barton in the house too. He says, nice. Oh, my bad. Nice. Yeah.
AB's pretty badass too, man. It's good covers, man. So
I agree, Penguin.
Penguin says Yoon is unfamiliar with the concept of money laundering.
Yeah.
Rock on.
I agree. Man.
So I think we've seen versions of all the covers except for Mike's and Sedna Khan's.
Is that the last two, or?
Yeah, and Mike sent us his shared his finished pencils with us. Mm-hmm. He has to ink it, and Sed sent us a layout. I think Sed's is going to be insane when it's done.
I saw that, yeah.
You want to show the latest page too, Mark? I was kind of excited about it because it's an action page. There's nothing really story-wise in it.
Yeah. Corey wants to know, is that gun legit drawn? The perspective looks too good on it.
It was a BB gun. So.
Yeah, your daughter modeled for it, right?
Yeah, I have my daughter model, yeah.
What was that tattoo on her arm? It looked like the state of New Jersey.
Fighter.
My wife, one of the funniest stories, because like, you know, she's not from here. She's from South Korea, right? So when I first started dating her English was like almost non-existent. I had to speak to her in Korean. And the first instance that she ever met my sister is my sister just comes over my house unannounced. And my sister has a giant tattoo of New Jersey on her titty. And so she came in a spaghetti string with like New Jersey, and now my wife just calls her Jersey titty.
Why Jersey of all things, you know?
Because she's like proud of it, even though she like lives in Arizona.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand it.
So here's the latest page. We got a werewolf battle going on.
Nice.
On this page.
What number are we on, Mark? Because I'm about on page 7. So
this is page 12.
Well,
yeah.
Okay.
So Yoon's more than halfway done. I love all the speed lines.
Yeah.
I think it works. It works really well. I try to like vary up the speed lines so they don't all look the same. Like the second shot doing the thickness and like the going in towards it and working through them, because like it also is an excuse to not have to draw a background, to be honest. But I think it works really good in the battles. Yeah, the battle scenes. I love these two panels here. I think these.
Oh my gosh, yeah! This fourth panel is insane. I love it. We shouldn't be showing this stuff off for free.
That's great.
Let me, so people can see this fourth panel. Let me blow it up.
Yeah, it's a shame what's happening here.
Peter would.
I mean, I
upset.
don't know. Like, I don't know the story, but you know, it's just. I always think it's a shame when animals get hurt.
Oh, werewolf on werewolf violence.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, that poor guy's getting his skull and spine ripped right out of him.
I had fun drawing that.
Missy saw the cyborg werewolf, and she was like, "Is that Siberia?" And I said, "No, I just have a thing for cyborg animals."
This one's got a cybernetic half of the starfish on his face.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. I don't know what that yet either.
Corey says, Paige needs more babes, though. Where's the hot babes? I didn't get to it yet, Corey.
Getting sick.
They just didn't show them all yet. So
here you go.
I think there's one.
Oh, hi. How you doing, ladies? Yeah, so gross. You're grossing me out. Stop it. Oh, God.
I could write this. See,
that's verbatim what Mark put in the panels too.
Oh man, you're grossing me out. Yeah, puking a werewolf.
Corey says, "Whoa." So yeah, Gun Goth coming along. Over 50% done. Pencils.
You said you're on page 6, Dex? Or
7.
8?
Well, I just got them flatted for now, so
nice.
Oh, okay.
It shouldn't take.
Sorry about the first couple pages. There weren't a lot of blacks in the background, so I know you have to do extra work on those with textures and stuff. I'm sorry.
A little bit.
Sorry.
Now we got Omni in the house. They say CC, very nice.
What up,
All right, so we're 43 minutes into the show. Let's talk a little Cabin in the Woods. This is
like our new thing. We started doing it at 30 minutes, but recently I think the last one we did was at like what 50 something minutes.
I mean, we had so much fun talking about the book. So
yeah, we have to start closer to the halfway mark. I feel bad for the people that are tuning in for the movie.
Yeah.
We're just gonna get to a point where we talk like this, and then it's gonna be like 30 seconds left where we're like, yeah, the movie was good, right? Thumbs up, and then we just we're done with it.
Yeah. So man, when did Cabin in the Woods come out? 2011. Young Chris
like
Hemsworth.
Yeah, Thor in there. Yeah, young.
Yeah.
Thor.
So before Thor, wasn't it? Or
well, this was before Thor, and I believe they held it off in production, right? They like put it until after Thor came out to like bank off of his star power. Even though this is kind of star-studded, like there's a ton of popular actors and actresses in this movie.
Yeah.
Wait a second. He didn't shoot this movie before Thor.
No, I think he shot it after, but they didn't release it.
They didn't release it until after.
Yeah. I'm almost positive.
I got you. Yeah, I got you. Because like he was nowhere nearly as big as he was in Thor.
No.
Well, to be fair, in the first Thor, he's not that big. That's usually
he's pretty big. He definitely ate his Wheaties, man.
I mean, compared to like me or Barry here, he was a little small.
Big gun.
Yeah.
I got a funny story though about Hemsworth, because I think you were there, Mark, when we went to San Diego Comic-Con, and I think the store was there, like Marvel was there, and I'll never forget. Like it was him and Loki were literally sitting on like the throne or whatever, but nobody knew who he was. Like nobody.
Yeah.
I remember looking at my wife saying, "Who is that? Like what movie is it?" Like no one knew what the movie
right
was.
before Thor came out, or
Yeah. And they were like right there, like before they reached major stardom. But I just thought that was funny. We saw him before he became really popular, So
I could have sworn I've seen Hemsworth and stuff before he popped off, just like Reynolds. Was he not in that much stuff, or am I thinking of his brothers?
Probably his brothers.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
because those acting families, like you always get their brothers confused because somehow they all come out like clones of each other for some reason.
Yeah,
it was like the same characters and stuff. So.
Yeah,
no, because right after Thor, he had like a slew of movies like Red Dawn and Cabin in the Woods, Expendables. So,
right.
Oh, speaking of Cabin in the Woods,
yeah. So this movie is 5 college students. They head out to a cabin in the woods to spend a weekend. And right off the bat, something's up because it starts with Barry and his crew. Hold on, I have to cough. So if someone wants to take over for me,
it's actually.
By the way, I think in Expendables that was actually Chris's brother. I don't think it was Chris. I think it was not Liam. It was the other one. It was one. They're all the same.
Yeah,
wasn't it Liam Hemsworth? No.
In what?
It might have been Liam in Expendables. It wasn't Chris. It was
no, it's Chris Hemsworth.
Really?
Yeah.
In Expendables?
Yeah.
Was one of them in Star Trek?
I don't know about that.
That was Thor. Yeah, that was Thor.
Corey says he was in Home and Away, an Australian show.
Right.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Back to Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah. Barry.
Hemsworth is too big of a star.
Penguin says, I thought Red Dawn was his brother. All right, you guys talk.
You can never tell.
You
can never, ever tell. It's the same as like, who's that really awesome Swedish actor that was from like True Blood and stuff? Skarsgård. Skarsgård, like him and all his brothers are like similar too. Yeah, and then you got the Sheens/Martins, which like you can hardly ever tell them apart if we didn't see them in the movies we loved.
True.
Red Dawn is
that a Sheen or is that a Martin? Red Dawn is Chris. And what was Expendables? I think it's either Expendables 2 or 3, right? He's not the first one.
2, I believe.
Yeah, where he's like the new guy.
With Jean-Claude.
I'm pretty sure that was his brother. I do remember him from Home and Away.
Chris Hemsworth was originally cast in the Expendables, but his role was cut from the film. He was later cast in the sequel as a different character. So there you have it. I was right.
Chris?
He was in both of them.
Wow. You know what movie he's awesome in? That movie Spiderweb on Netflix. He plays like a scientist. That movie's pretty good. We
got Judge Danny in the house. He says Liam is the dopier brother. Doesn't Liam did date Miley Cyrus?
Was, yeah.
Penguin says, and this is what we should all live by, I guess we should never doubt TMC. That's right.
Never.
That's right.
He is the moral compass.
All right, back to the story. Barry, what are you guys, you and your guys doing over at Cabin in the Wood Productions?
We monitor, much like a television studio, we monitor and control the happenings around that cabin, and we are in charge of like administering all of the dangers that go out there to essentially dispatch the sacrifices, which are in this case the main characters of the show.
But you're the regional branch, right? Correct? Because there's also other cabals who are more worldwide.
Yeah, we're a worldwide facility, and there's a lot of gods to be appeased by sacrifices. And if it's not done, bad things can happen.
They get hungies.
Let me ask you something, Barry. You a fan of the Truman Show?
Yeah, the Truman Show is much like our cabin show, but with a lot less
stakes,
decapitation.
So the first hint we get that something's up is when the eagle, I guess, flies into the dome.
Oh no, we get a tip way before that, Moral Compass. When they leave the house, there's some dude on the roof.
Yeah.
Which is actually Steven from communications.
Yeah,
Steve.
I know him. Yeah.
Penguin says Liam was married to Miley, and he was in the Hunger Games franchise. That I know for sure.
I haven't seen any of the Hunger Games movies, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, maybe
So,
so right away we know something's up because we see someone on the roof monitoring the main characters as they leave.
So does that mean they were marked like before they even went to the place? Then?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they were chosen, right? Because they have to choose like the archetypes, and if they don't actually fit the archetypes, they force them into the archetypes.
Hemsworth's brother or cousin or someone bought that house, right? The cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So that cabin, it was probably like, it's owned by the Cabin in the Woods Productions, and
right.
That's who they decide. Oh, that's who's going to be their subjects, their stars.
Because it seemed like a lot of people were in on it, even like the gas station.
Yeah, so I was going to say on their way.
On the way there, it's like all the characters are there. It's sort of almost like an immersive experience. All the characters are just leading you toward your destination, but you're just unaware of it.
It's like that short-lived Star Wars hotel in Orlando.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think they set it up just to like pretty much guarantee their victory. You know what I mean? So like they have to have like a lot of stuff put into place.
So on their way to the cabin, they stopped to get gas at this like rundown place. And the owner comes out, and he immediately starts off by calling the girl a whore for no reason. She asked for directions.
a little creepy.
But later, the gas station owner, he calls the main company.
Calls the control booth.
Yeah, and the guy puts him on speakerphone.
Yeah, that's when you start realizing it's all like
Mordecai, I believe his name was.
Funny,
Wasn't it? Yeah.
He's like, "Am I on speakerphone?" He's like, "No, you're not on speaker." He's like, "I'm still on speaker, aren't I?" Great. So they get to the cabin, and the first thing they notice is that weird something's wrong. There's like a double-sided mirror in one of the rooms.
Yeah,
that's odd, and they
Mr.
deal with that.
Google says Liam is the one with worst taste in on-screen love interests.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they're at the cabin. They notice the double-sided mirror or whatever, and later they go for a swim. Oh my God, you go all out, man.
Was that Andy Samberg?
Maybe.
And then later they're back at the cabin, and Barry and his guys start adjusting things with the
pheromones
because the characters aren't fitting the archetypical slots they're supposed to fill.
Yes,
even though they were,
we have mechanisms in place to sort of like tailor that to what we need to be successful.
See, I thought that was cool because like they weren't like the actual stereotypes.
Yeah,
they made them.
Chris Hemsworth's like he's there on
sensitive guy. Yeah, he's smart.
And then
the blonde girl,
jock kind of. So I thought
the blonde girl's like smart. The redhead's not a virgin.
Right.
Like they have.
So next thing you know, the blonde's making out with the stuffed wolf's head.
They were playing a game of Truth or Dare.
Yeah,
with pheromones being pumped.
Yeah, that guy called it the guy that was high called it something else. He called it a different animal.
Oh, what? Yeah, what did he call it?
Viking wolf.
No, he was like
Viking wolf.
I think he called like a hedgehog or a badger or something.
Penguin would know.
Yeah, penguin. What was it? Come on,
I forget.
I forget too.
But Sheldon says, obviously,
polar bear or something.
If you ask for directions, you're just begging to be called a whore. That's why men never ask.
That's right. That's perfect, Sheldon.
Did he say a kangaroo? I forget.
Yeah, it was a different animal.
Something.
Yeah.
So their one friend is like high all the time. He has a collapsible bong that turns into like a coffee mug.
Yeah. And like, wait, who? So let's just jump into this real quick. Who was the first kill? Was it the blonde girl?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So she dies. How does she die?
The zombie.
The zombie.
They're like they were making out in the woods, like and the zombie
So-
got to her.
Okay, they get her. Okay.
While they're playing truth or dare, the basement door blows open, and
Mhm.
that's how they decide what's going to kill them
Right.
by what they react to, because there's all different
Like
supernatural
artifacts.
things down there. There's that like one a sphere that would like summon that Hellraiser-esque guy that has the saw blade,
Saw head.
Yeah.
Saw head.
Crazy ballerina.
Yeah, the ballerina, and the redhead, though, she reads from the diary that summons the redneck zombies. Not zombies, because there's zombies, and then there's tortured redneck zombies, and
Right.
they summon the tortured redneck zombie family, and we see them come climbing out of the ground. Meanwhile, Chris Hemsworth and the blonde, they're outside making out, and that's when they are attacked by the zombies.
That's right. Okay, yeah, I forgot for a sec. And then the stoner guy is the second one to get it. And
So
I
we think.
so disappointed. I was so disappointed because I'm like, oh, I love this character, and like and he's gone. And then I was happy later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things I love about this movie is they subvert your expectations a lot by playing into them. They are like pointing you in a direction, and then instead of just like completely subverting it, they're like, no, but what you thought was right. But like, it's kind of weird and like I don't know. I love this movie, and I feel like we're doing a horrible job at explaining what's going on.
They're so well written, that's for sure.
They're taking bets, by the way. Remember, behind the scenes as to like which monster is going to get the
whatever drugs the one guy is smoking makes him immune to the
pheromonal toxins.
Yeah, the toxins or whatever things they're trying to like push to make the game go forward. Like he even hears the voices, which no one else hears.
You know, what I mentioned too, they even control the weapons. Remember, like she had the knife and they electrocute it, so she drops it.
Yeah,
they're controlling everything basically. So.
Duck Bacon says this movie was brilliant. Reminded me of Behind the Mask with all the behind the scenes explanations.
Yeah, exactly.
So people start getting killed by the zombies. Eventually, Chris Hemsworth comes back and warns everyone, and he was like, "We got to stick together." And then they give him, toxin, and he was like, "No, that's wrong. We need to separate." And we'll cover more ground. So they all go.
And the
to
stoner's like, seriously? Like, really?
So they all go to their own rooms to lock the windows and stuff, and they all get trapped inside their rooms. They can't escape. The doors are locked manually from the control room, and they start getting attacked one by one. That's when we think. The stoner kid gets killed, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He gets dragged out by the zombie.
They hook him, don't they? He gets like hooked in the.
They drag him down to their grave, right?
He did get injured, but he wasn't.
Yeah. So then we think Chris Hemsworth, the redhead girl, and the transfer student are the only ones.
Guy.
Yeah, the smart guy are the only ones left. They get in their camper and they drive off. And they're almost ready to escape, but the Barry, says blow the tunnel, so they can't escape. Well, something's wrong. Like it's not working. So he has to go and actually like manually fix the wires, and he blows up the tunnel just in time, so they can't escape. But Hemsworth then sees there's no escape, but he says, "Oh, I can jump my bike over this cliff to the other side. I've jumped further." So he revs up his bike, he jumps, and just like the eagle earlier, he hits the dome. And that's when like the redhead and they're like, "Wait, there's no way we can escape. They're not going to let us escape." At least the redhead thinks that. The other kid's like, "No, we just drive all night or we walk all night. And we'll eventually get out of here." And she says, "No, you don't understand. They're not letting us leave."
Right.
Well, meanwhile, at a home office, everyone's freaking out because they almost were escaping. Like they were
Yeah,
getting past the point of control.
Escape if they didn't blow the tunnel. Do you think you could have escaped that, or?
Yeah, I think they would have been, because that's the one way in and out.
Okay.
Yeah,
because they were freaking out so much at home office. Like this is a pivotal point that they had to get them.
There was supposed to be a guard type thing there, and somehow it got missed, so it wasn't put in place.
Von Stugel says Hemsworth hitting the barrier was the greatest part of the movie.
I know it came out. It's just like you kind of knew it was coming, because if you remembered like the eagle thing, was coming,
and they made it so epic. Like it's like, oh, he's gonna do it, and you forget about that, and you start to think like, yeah, he's gonna do this, and then it's just like one of those laugh out loud, like,
it's a great scene,
like Homer jumping Springfield Gorge.
Exactly.
It was great.
So they end up going back to the house, right? They get in the camper and they go back to the house.
The smart guy doesn't make it back. I think he gets
zombified. Yeah.
He gets like stabbed through the head driving that one.
Oh, the camper crashes into the lake.
Oh, right.
Because one of the zombies is actually stowed away on the camper.
Mm-hmm.
And the redhead escapes, but she gets attacked on the dock, and that's when all the people, the control room are celebrating, because everyone, it doesn't matter if the virgin dies, everyone else has to die for the sacrifice. So the 4 have been sacrificed. They're all celebrating.
Well, she can die, but she has to die last. That's like one of the rules.
Yeah,
because they're going by by standard horror movie. It's standard horror movie archetypes. So we have what? We have the jock.
Yeah.
We have the jock. We have the smart guy. We have the stoner. We have the virgin.
The
blonde. Who was the last?
The blonde.
And
the whore.
The dumb blonde, right? Yeah.
The
whore.
I believe that's what they refer to her as.
Directions, man. Come on, man.
So they're saying. So they said, like, it's, sometimes the virgin lives, sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't matter. The sacrifices have been made. They're having a big party. Then they get a call from corporate up top, and it's like, you missed someone. Someone's still alive, and they're like, what? And then as the redhead's like almost near death, the stoner shows up with his huge bong, and he like clubs the zombie over the head.
I was like very excited at that point. I was like, yes, like this dude's not dead. I'm like, Spicoli lives.
So also, I hate to interrupt, but I also love about this movie where they show the rest of the world going through like their trials. And like I love how there's like the ring girl and like the Japanese schoolgirls are like trapping it. Yeah, they're all doing like their own different cultural things. Like
they turned her into a happy little frog. And they said no one was killed in the Japanese scenario.
Which is hilarious, because like those Japanese horror movies, as I would discuss before, you don't escape them in those movies. Like when it comes to like Ringu or like Ju-on, like you're not getting away. The Korean and horror movies, Korean and Japanese horror movies, you're watching to see like slaughter. They're not getting away.
So the stoner, he takes the redhead girl and says, follow me, and he leads her into the grave, and there's actually a trap door that leads to the facility. And
it gets so cool from here on, man.
He tells her that he's the one who like disabled the bridge. He didn't know what he was doing. He was just like messing with wires. But then he figured out there's an elevator and it'll take them down. And she's like, should we go? And he goes, where else are we going to go? So they get in the elevator, they go down, and this is where you see all the monsters, because it takes them down to where the zombies were kept, and it just spins them around, and we see like a giant ape. We see the saw blade head guy. We see like some ghosts. We see all sorts of cool stuff.
Don't forget the merman.
The merman. They finally get out of there, and they're out into the actual facility, and they realize that they have the 2 kids loose in there, and they send like all their
task
SWAT
forces.
Their task force down to take care of them. And the stoner kid ends up releasing all the creatures from their cases, and this is where it goes insane. It just turns into a bloodbath, and all the soldiers are getting massacred.
It was great.
might be one of the coolest horror movie things I've seen in any horror movie ever. It's so fun.
Yeah,
you just keep looking for like your favorites. Like, oh, is that?
Yeah,
it's so insane.
Giant, we got the giant snake.
Yeah.
And everything.
Remember the unicorn?
Oh, the
yeah.
The guy.
So the soldiers aren't not just the soldiers. Now the people in the control rooms are getting killed. The monsters are just going all throughout the facility. Meanwhile, the stoner and the redhead girl, they're trying to find their way out. They end up making it into the basement where the blood from the sacrifices are pouring down into. And that's when they run into Sigourney Weaver, who is the person in charge there.
The director, yeah.
Yeah, she explains that, these sacrifices are made because there's giant angry gods that will, this appeases them. If we don't appease them, they will destroy the world.
Wasn't there a point in time where everything was normal and then something happened and then like now they had to appease the gods? There was a time where everything was normal, like our life, right? And then I think that something happened. I don't recall what, but I don't know if it was a war or something.
Sigourney Weaver appearance was great. I remember when I saw that in the theater, man. I was like, oh my, because like aliens.
Aliens. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Her show up, man. I was like ecstatic.
Duck Bacon says there were a lot of jump laughs. Definitely were. By the way, we have 166 people watching on X and YouTube. If you're new to the channel, give us a sub, hit the thumbs up, hit notifications. We're here every week talking horror movies, and then every Wednesday we're here talking comics. This week we're talking Rob Liefeld quitting Marvel Comics over basically that they disrespected him, and he wasn't.
They asked him to draw feet. And he was just like, no.
Stop it, Mark.
Everybody watching right now, like, why don't you if you saw Cabin in the Woods, what was your favorite monster that we saw, either in the cubes or outside, in the facility, wherever. Just drop us a comment. Tell us what your favorite monster was.
So there were so many. I'm sorry, real quick, because remember I was mentioning that board earlier. That pretty much had a list of all the different monsters.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's some that we haven't seen, which is really cool,
Yeah.
There was like a Wendigo or something too.
Yeah.
Wendigo.
So Sigourney Weaver basically explains it like you have to kill this guy for the
sacrifice. Dex just called out the Italian version.
Yeah.
So surprisingly, the redhead, she turns on her friend. She's going to shoot him, and he sees that one of the creatures is sneaking up on her. What's sneaking up on her?
The little girl.
Zombie. Yeah. Oh,
it was like the original,
the tortured redhead family.
Yeah.
The one who's missing her arm, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, she attacks. Yeah.
So she attacks the redhead. Is unable to kill the stoner. I think the zombie girl falls off the edge. Does she take Sigourney Weaver with her?
Yeah, she attacks Sigourney and then kills her.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask you, Mark, would you shoot me, man? Or would we go together, man? I'm just curious. It's the whole
world.
It's
not even just you though. It's the entire planet.
World. Yeah.
Meanwhile, remember all the rest of the other
Dex,
nations.
Dex, I'd like to think if it was me, I would tell you to shoot me. So he ends up the zombie girl ends up doesn't she get like
horny?
Yeah, but the redhead girl gets like hurt really bad. She gets like her throat slit or something.
Yeah, she gets wounded.
Yeah.
So she warns the guy that the monster's coming.
Yeah. So she's bleeding out, but like her and the stoner guy, they just like he puts her arm around her and they just wait for the world to end.
Yeah, and she says, I pointed the gun at you, and I don't think I would have shot you though, for real.
Honestly, I don't think they were going to make it out anyway. Even if she did shoot him, I think she probably would die down there anyway.
Oh, I mean, there's still a million monsters up top, right?
Things are really falling apart. So
wasn't there also a subplot that like the gods would be angered anyway because like they did everything they weren't supposed to? The company, they were like trying to twist everything in their favor. I think that was a subplot, and like everyone else just kind of did it naturally, but like the Americans were like twisting it in their favor, so the gods would have been pissed off anyway that they're not actually getting their true sacrifices.
True.
Right. So we see like everything's like crumbling, shaking, and then we see this giant hand just come up right through the cabin.
Yeah.
Right. And that's how it ends.
That's the end.
That's no sequels for this movie.
You could do prequels though. Like I want to see. Like,
so
the Japanese area.
Yeah.
On Tubi, maybe I was confused, but there's a movie called Another Cabin in the Woods. I don't think it's actually a real sequel, but I think it has the exact same artwork. Maybe I was confused by that.
It was probably somebody trying to take advantage of the release and popularity of the movie.
Yeah.
Duck Bacon says freaking epic ending plus 9 Inch Nails last when the credits roll. Total mic drop
awesome.
Cinema.
Yeah.
This is one of the best movies we've watched on this show.
Yeah, and I remember after I've seen this
I really liked it. I enjoyed this one a lot. Yeah.
And I remember like in the theater, Mark, when those credits start, I was like, what did I just witness? You know, because it was there's so much to the movie. It's smarter than what people think, you know.
Yeah, exactly. There's so much, like you said, there's so many through plots that you don't even notice or recognize halfway through. Because you think it's just going to be a run-of-the-mill, like, all right, these kids are going to get slaughtered horror movie, but like it's so much, it speaks about like society and like, and like the public's like relationship with violence in cinema and like how, you know, there's like so much that like is poured into it that you can watch it subsequently so many times and still not get everything. And I really don't like hoity-toity movies that like try to be like, you know, smart for sake of being smart. But I think they did this one so well that like I don't even know all the subplots yet. Like, I mean, like I've seen this movie like 40 times and like I'm going to watch it 40 more times. Yeah. It's so good.
By the way, man, our numbers are just blowing up. 235 people watching.
Wow,
guys, man! Every usually on Sundays we're talking horror movies. So next week this is going to be an interesting one. Barry picked this one out. I'm going to play the trailer right now. It's called Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Lost Souls, I believe.
Yeah, he's hilarious though. I follow this guy. You know,
this guy. He for a while, whenever there was like fake news reports popping up with an eyewitness, it was like this guy. It was like his comedy bits that he was doing.
He's an endearing incel.
Yeah. So we're gonna check out the trailer for this. I've never seen the trailer. I remember just like it was being advertised. It was like a Fathom event at the movie theaters. So now it's on Tubi. We're gonna check it out. Probably the longest title we've ever had, and the most trouble I've had creating a thumbnail with AI.
No, it looks great.
Here we go. This is the trailer for Onyx the Fortuitous
and the Talisman of Souls.
Lost Souls. Yeah.
Lost Souls.
Marcus Trilberry can't catch a break.
Order up, number 46.
At his work, he gets no respect.
What, Marcus? I was just wondering if you got my new name tag in yet, because this says Marquay Dickberry.
At his home, gets no love.
I could understand if your father was still in the house, but this is Tom, your stepfather, and my lover.
And with his friends, he doesn't have any. But all he needs is a chance.
Congratulations.
I've been invited to Bartok's mansion to take part in a once-in-a-lifetime ritual in which he, along with 5 of his most loyal followers, will attempt to raise the spirit of the ancient demon, Avengelyne.
You're not going anywhere until you scoop that litter box.
Now he's off on an adventure.
Is the ritual going to work? Shall we relate to the talisman?
I'll find the present. The queen. The Viking. A werewolf. The witch. And you are the virgin.
What the?
When it's the end of the world, a new hero must rise.
Patty Slinger.
When in doubt, skewer it out.
In the grimoire, after the ritual of Abaddon, there was a warning.
Beware the prophecy of fortuitous one.
What? What?
What? Marcus Trilberry and the
I'd really love it if you called me Onyx. The Fortuitous?
Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls.
Oh, hey. What are y'all doing in here?
Wow. I'm surprised I'm not the one who picked this movie.
It looks fun. It looks
It's
fun.
going to be great.
Yeah, I've seen this movie twice already. It's we'll save it for next week.
Okay.
Oh wow! If you watched it twice, it must be good.
Yeah, I've seen it twice before Enrico picked it. That's
Yeah.
why I knew when he's picked it, I said I liked it. But yeah, it's
Duck Bacon says he
All right,
digs
let's
it.
do it.
Yeah. 281 people watching. Man, we should go for another hour, but I'm tired. Before we wrap this up, anyone else have any comic stuff that they're working on that they want to mention?
Yeah, I want to mention real quick. I don't know if there's any Ultraman fans out there, but I worked on that book from Printed in Blood. They're putting out Ultraman books. If you go to ultramanbooks.com, they got a Kickstarter going, and like my artwork's in it, and I'm on the back cover and everything, which is kind of cool. So definitely.
Is that the one where your name's right under Art Adams?
Yeah, I'm right under Arthur
awesome.
Adams. Yeah,
Amazing.
Go figure.
And you've done a bunch of other books for him as well, right, Doug?
Yeah. I mean, just a whole bunch. There was like Aliens. I did one. The Crow. I think the other one was, I can't remember the name of the other one, but yeah, there's a whole bunch coming out. So,
do you know if that Kickstarter you're able to get the previous volumes as well?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have a store. You can buy the older books. Like I think they did the Thing one, which is awesome. Which I wasn't part of. I wish I was, but
yeah.
I met him after the fact. But yeah, it's a great company. The guy who runs it is great, and they're fantastic books.
And they're official books. The official Ultraman book.
Yeah,
Dex is doing stuff for the Crow Ultraman, and now he's doing a Gun Goth cover. So the guy's blowing up.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's the most prolific project yet.
Yeah, over 300 viewers right now. Thank you for watching, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Mark Yoon, anything you'd like to? Dex, tell people where they can find you at.
Yeah, if you're looking for me, I'm on Instagram, Dexter Weeks 6975. I'm on X under Dexter_art, and Facebook, Dexter Weeks. I'm always posting new art and everything that I'm working on. So
awesome, and Penguin just shared the link to the Ultraman book.
There you go.
Mark, what are you working on, and where can people find you at?
I am currently working on Gun Goth, issue number 1, and it is coming along swimmingly. And you can find me and all of my fortuitous naciousness on Mark Yoon on YouTube, where I stream and make content. Yes.
And Mark, you also have your own YouTube channel where you what do you talk about? Video games and Dragon Ball?
Well, Mark likes to say that. I cover most of the mainstream fighting games.
Sorry.
And no, Penguin.
Oh, okay.
That's how Penguin puts it out there. But no, I cover most of the topical stuff when it comes with fighting games, not just news and information, but I drop patch notes and I get into the game's files and I release stuff. And then I also stream Monday through Thursday. Right now we're streaming Ninja Gaiden Sigma. So that's a laugh riot because I am nowhere near as young as I used to be. And I get frustrated a lot. So watch that.
Enrico, what are you working on and where can people find you?
Currently working on Gun Goth, backup story for issue number 1. And I'm right here on Primetime Poulton every Wednesday and Sunday. You can also find me under Enrico Botta on Instagram, X, and YouTube.
And stay tuned for Bada Bing, Bada Yoon.
Yeah, man.
And guys, if you're new to the channel, Enrico, he becomes a new character every week. Enrico actually has a full head of hair. That's a bald cap he's wearing.
No, don't be fooled, ladies. Don't be fooled.
He's a master of disguise.
He kind of looks like Dana Carvey with the
He
getup today
does.
too.
He does
Am I not
like
turtly enough for you?
yeah. And
Where can they find you, Mark?
you can find me on X and Instagram at Koni Waves. Go subscribe to Primetime Poulton. But I have a couple books on Indiegogo right now. Graveyard Shift Volume 5, the variant campaign. Only 1 week left. This is where you can get all of the great Tommy Patterson's artwork, Volume 5, Omega Storm, all the collected supplemental editions. Also, pick up that source book. It's one of my favorite books in the campaign. And then Writhe and Pain, Book 2 by me and Chris Graves. I'm putting together a brand new trailer for it. We're going to launch Fund My Comic campaign soon with a Corey Barton cover and a new cover by Chris Graves. That's a bit of a Spider-Man homage. So be on the lookout for that. And Gun Got launches Friday the 13th, June 13th. So be on the lookout for that. We'll have, once we have some interior pages colored up, we'll start the signups. In the meantime, guys, we'll be back Wednesday for Revolution. We're talking Rob Liefeld saying goodbye to Marvel Comics after the disrespect he received from Deadpool Wolverine after it came out. Thank you for watching. Mark Pengren, thank you for sharing the links. We'll see you Wednesday. Later, guys.
Peace.
Pew, pew, pew.